Welcome to a very special show from the flight deck of Concorde Alpha Bravo. In a moment, we're going to take you to America because this is a scheduled British Airways Concorde flight. Speedbird 189 is on the gate at Heathrow at the moment. Passengers are boarding and shortly we will be taking off for Washington. The distance is 3,790 miles. The flight time, an amazing 3 hours and 38 minutes. The flight crew today, Captain John Hutchinson, the first officer is Chris Norris, and the flight engineer is Bill Brown. Now, of course, this is normally a very private environment for obvious reasons, but thanks to British Airways and because of our new lightweight CCD cameras, you can see one of them up the front there, you will be experiencing all the important moments in this supersonic flight.
Hello, how are you?
Well, thank you.
For the flight deck crew, work on the flight starts not in the cockpit, but here at the British Airways Atlantic briefing desk.
I'll take the weather off you. Thanks very much indeed.
Top of the briefing list is, of course, the en route weather, particularly wind speed and direction.
12 miles, 57 degrees. Virtually no wind at all. Lovely. Super. Yeah.
The takeoff weight of Concorde is also very important.
How many passengers have we got today?
81 booked, zero fuel weight of 88,000.
It's a good load.
Can't quite achieve max takeoff weight because of the temperature today.
On these intricate calculations, the captain bases his decision on the final fuel load. Today's flight is first transatlantic to Washington and then south across America to Miami, Florida. The flight briefing, which all the crew must attend, is wide-ranging, including updates on radio navigation aids and supersonic routing procedures. And although the crew have flown Alpha Bravo on this route many times before, every briefing, as with every flight, is different. And out on the ramp, the lady herself, every glamorous inch personifying the British Airways radio call sign, Speedbird. The passenger's luggage is loaded with individual care. Concorde doesn't use the more conventional containerized baggage handling system. The flight preparations continue both inside and outside the aircraft. The final external inspection is carried out by the flight engineer. And in the office, captain and first officer test everything that flashes, moves or beeps on the flight deck.
It's complete my side. I checked it's 100%. Closed and locked port. Right, we've completed the pushback. The inboard engines are started. We're just starting up the outboard engines, and as soon as the engine start for the outboards is complete, we'll be getting taxi clearance and getting on our way.
Check stab and fuel, all engage engine and Tyson schedule. Off and fly over. Brake fan. They're on. Ground idle. Too low. Door warnings. Tested and out. Engine feed pumps. All on. Hydraulics. Checked. Electrics. Checked. Ground bypass. Ground equipment's clearing. The after start check is complete.
Okay, we've got our clearance to taxi. Nose to 5, please. That's lowering the nose to our normal taxiing position, releasing the brakes. And there we are, rolling forward. All clear.
All
checking
clear.
Emergency brakes. And Bill, if we could have the taxi checks, please.
Nose and visor.
Nose down 5.
Checked. Okay, brakes.
They're checked back at normal.
Flight instruments.
The cockpit checks are not actually continuous. They're carefully designed in sections to prepare the aircraft for the next stage of flight.
Checked. Trims.
Trims I've checked set for takeoff.
Set for takeoff. They're set.
Much of the secret of Concorde's ability to sustain high speed lies in her amazingly smooth, classic aerodynamic shape. The 4 Rolls-Royce Olympus jet engines each produce what is actually quite a modest 10,000 pounds of thrust in the supersonic cruise. But Concorde can still match the speed of a bullet because she is designed so much like one.
And we're clear to line up after the 75. We'll have the before takeoff checks, please, Bill.
Okay, briefing. Any update?
No update to the briefing.
Understood. Taxi turns.
They're going on.
Transponder.
That's 5257 and on.
Wheel light.
Is out.
Off.
Out here.
And that's the final series of checks before takeoff.
It's quite interesting lining up on the runway. We're sitting here on the flight deck 35 feet ahead of the nose wheel. So I have to overshoot the runway centre line somewhat before I commence the turn to line up. A little bit disconcerting until you get used to it.
Midland 6 to follow the checker and line up for departed.
All clear on the approach.
Yeah. That look a bit bumpy ahead there.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself now for a sequence of events which are unlike any other flying experience.
There we are, all lined up and now standing by for our takeoff clearance from Heathrow Control Tower.
Concorde 189, clear takeoff 27 right, 210 15 knots.
189, clear takeoff 27.
Okay, we're cleared for takeoff. Everybody all set?
Yeah, all set.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, now.
Speed building.
$100 knots. Car set. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive climb.
Gear up.
240 knots.
First takeoff, 279, TWA 771.
And next, the noise abatement procedure.
3, 2, 1, noise.
Once the aircraft is safely airborne, the engine power is reduced, the aircraft is levelled in order to maintain airspeed.
In the terminal area like this, we fly around at 250 knots and we fly around with the nose and visor dial up high, keeping a lookout for any other traffic that there may be around.
Cross taxi after takeoff checks complete with the nose still at 5.
At 2% more, please, Bill. I'll have Compton set up on my side, please.
Compton is the name of a radio navigation beacon.
And we're just getting to the point now where I'm going to ask Chris to select the nose and visor up, streamlining Concorde for high-speed flight. Chris, could you select the nose and visor up now, please?
Coming up.
There we are. You can hear possibly the sound level on the flight deck has decreased quite a lot. That airflow noise we were getting before has now diminished, with Concorde all streamlined for supersonic flight.
Concorde now continues its climb to a point clear of the coastline just southwest of Cardiff.